Hi Yağmur, how are you?
Hi, Fulya. I'm fine. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. This week,
Together again.
yes,
Yes.
again together. And this week, we will talk about technology and vocabulary, reading and writing.
Yes,
Are you
you're right.
ready?
Yes, we
Okay.
will. Um, First of all,
Mm-hmm.
as you know, vocabulary is the reason to understand the whole language,
Mm-hmm.
the smallest item, the smallest characteristic thing.
Mm-hmm.
And to understand a text, one must understand the words that represent the ideas or concepts. Learners can be exposed to words in many ways. I think technology is the best way to present this. And there are some examples,
Mm-hmm.
some sentences. Can you pass?
Okay. And
Yes.
you are talking about this?
I'm sorry.
You are talking about these sentences?
Yes.
Okay.
Vocabulary is critical to a child's success for these reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read?
Vocabulary growth is directly related to school achievement. The size of a child's vocabulary in kindergarten predicts the ability to learn and to read. Vocabulary helps children to think and learn about the world. Expanding a child's knowledge of words provides unlimited access to new information.
Yes, for these reasons, vocabulary is critical to a child's success.
Mhm.
And what do you think? Why is vocabulary learning so important?
First of all, I think that we need to talk about uh, what is vocabulary in a second language. Uh,
Yes.
I I think that vocabulary isn't only the um, only words in the language, but also some, but also it includes lexical chunks such as good morning, um, nice to meet you, goodbye. So um, it's not only knowing some words. So we need to know also chunks, and we need to know also how we use them in a sentence. So we need to think more general about the vocabulary. And it is important because without sufficient vocabulary, we can't understand others' expressions or their own ideas. And vocabulary improves all areas of communication, such as reading, writing, speaking. So it's the key term, especially for reading comprehension,
Yes.
because when we know more words, our understanding will be better. And
Yes.
it is also important for our language fluency. I think that if we know so much word, we can talk more fluency.
Pronunciation. It's
Yeah,
about pronunciation.
yeah, of course. And also, it is also important for academic performance. Both communication and academic performance, there are also important sides, I think that.
Thank you. And I want to say something. While we were learning words in primary school, there were no computers, etc., in schools, classrooms, or any technological tools, as you know. And our teachers dictated a word to us too many times. For example, I remember irregular verbs. Go, went, gone, go, went, gone. Too many times we wrote and we memorize.
Yes.
Our different material was just colorful pencils and just a paper. But now there's a lot to be offered to students. There are so many materials.
Exactly.
And they are very lucky because vocabulary is the foundation of a language, and it became easier for them to learn.
Yeah.
And what do you think? How can we memorize vocabularies?
Well, there's a framework about it. As you see, it's here.
Yes.
Here is the 2-4 stage parallel vocabulary learning process. Can you see all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I can see.
Okay. And a cognitive process takes place in internal memory system, as you see this part, which is unobservable. It is unobservable, and a corresponding external strategic behavior and internal thought takes place as well. The externally accessible reflection of the stage is either conscious to the learner or observable by an outsider, or both of them. Well, in internal memory process, as you see, the first step is about the new word form in visual or auditory input needs to be noticed by the brain. And then in second part, the meaning of the new word needs to be accessed from the mental lexicon. This could be possible by looking up the word in dictionary. You know, we have now paper dictionaries and electronic dictionaries such as Oxford, Cambridge,
Merriam-Webster.
Webster, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you are right. So learner can use them. And in the third part, building the word entry, such as the new word needs to be established as a new L2 lexical entry in the mental lexical by connecting the existing meaning with the new word form. And we can do this via repetition, imaginary, or rhyme, and so on. And in the 40th step, new learned word is retrieved from the mental lexicon for respective or productive use. So we can use this process in learning a new vocabulary. And here are some lexical tools and lexical applications. Tools are Google Search, Wikipedia, open online resources, e-dictionaries, lexical concordances such as BNC or COCA, and some lexical applications. We are lucky because in today's world we have a lot of applications and a lot of tools. What do you think about them? Do you know any application about learning a vocabulary that we can use? While learning vocabulary, we can use. Do you know any application?
Actually, I want to give an information. I wrote here.
Okay.
I want to explain a conquer dancer. I wrote it.
Okay.
A conquer dancer makes it easier for learners to access free online conquer dances. Uh, I mean, free online applications. A conquer dancer makes it easier. That's the difference, I think. Lexical tools and applications.
Yeah, you're right. So
Anyway,
that's for vocabulary part. That's for me.
and we have reading parts.
Yeah.
And I want to connect reading parts with a sentence from the article.
Okay.
It says, reading in the technological age is making a tremendous impact on how we see and interact with the world. I think this can happen by reading a book or some text. Reading has a really great impact on students, how we see and interact the world. Reading can change it, but in my opinion, teachers should take more time for it. I think that reading is hardly achieved in online education.
Yeah.
Because lessons last 30 minutes and it's not enough for students. And they want to see so many different and funny activities. They don't want to read long texts or something.
Yeah, you're right. In lessons, students don't want to read so much any passage or anything in the lesson. Because today
Yes.
we have a lot of application and tool that we can use in lessons, and when we use them in every lesson, students want to do activities with them again. So when we said let's read the passage, they can bore because of the long passages. But
Yes.
also due to
They are boring.
yeah, okay, exactly. But also due to the increased globalization and the spread of technology in many countries, they are making education policies according to digital learning. And there are a lot of Web2 tools and technologies for reading today. And it is a chance for students and teachers, but also it can be an overwhelming task for teachers to choose to select through application. I think that it is also hard for teachers. And
Yes.
as you know, there are 4 broad categories of technology: self-developed courseware, online activities, commercial freeware, computer-mediated communications. And there are 6 major types of technologies in today's world. Individual study tools, mobile and portable devices are among them. And here are some online activities which we use with individual study tools and portable devices, such as dictionaries. Here are some dictionary examples: Cambridge, Oxford, Macmillan, dictionary.com, word reference. Word reference was created by individual enthusiasts, and glosses are another online activities. And finally, annotations that we can use in our lessons as online activities. Here are some examples again for annotations: annotate.com, first of all, and this one allows users to add notes and tools to their text and images. And Diligo, Bones, Corcodoc, markup.io are the some annotations that allow users to modify data. So we can use this for reading activities in our lessons.
Yes. Actually, I have another point I want to tell you. Children see English as a whole. In online education, they all seem to be connected. Reading, listening, writing, vocabulary learning also. For example, in writing, children do not have this ability because they don't. There is one activity and they are trying to do it. Of course, they should see it as a whole, but they should also be able to make this distinction, reading, writing, listening. I think we will take care of this situation when we will be teachers. Do you understand? Am I clear? This is my idea.
Yeah, I see.
For example,
you're right.
There are so many e-books. Teachers should show them.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They don't.
Yeah, exactly. We need to use technology for our students, and we need to make all activities, all skills enjoyable for them.
Yes.
Yes.
But reading, writing are important also.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to learn both.
If we are starting to learn a language with listening and speaking, but after a while, reading and writing are the important skills for us. They help us to improve our L2 language.
Yes, totally. And lastly, we have writing parts.
Yeah.
The wide variety of technologies for L2 writing can be divided into 3 general categories. This from article, by the way. L2 writing were divided into 3 categories: Web2 applications, automated writing evolution, corpus-based tools. I want to open my blog and explain Web2 applications and show some examples. Can you make me a host?
Okay. Okay. How can I do it? Sorry.
I think you need to close the share screen.
Okay. Stop sharing, and then
yes.
Now, oops, my cat came here. I'm sorry for that. And now, okay. You are the host now.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry for that.
Not problem. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
This is my blog, and we explained. For example, Web2, it's the writable phrase of the World Wide Web with interactive data. Unlike Web1, Web2 facilitates interaction between web users and sites, so it allows users to interact more freely. with each other. Web 2 encourages participation, collaboration, and information sharing. Examples of Web 2 applications are YouTube, Wiki, Facebook, so on.
Mhm.
And let's look the rest of my blog. For example, okay, wait for me. For example, Pixton. Pixton is a platform where you can create your own comic book. And Pixton can be used for writing, for example, right?
Also,
But
yeah, we can use it for writing, and also we can use it for reading. After we write them,
reading,
Mhm.
yes,
we can
classmates
refer-
can read
Mhm,
each
yes,
other,
yeah.
but teachers don't use it.
Mm.
And Wiki can be used for listening or something, and it's a very fun activity actually.
Mhm.
Yes, allows you to create characters online and use these characters to voice your typed text. Writing also, there is writing.
And speaking.
Wordle, yes. Wordle, it can be used for vocabulary learning.
Yeah.
The word cloud, for example,
And
is a picture of words that are related
I think that we can use it for
to a
writing
particle.
also. We can
Yes,
write some
yes,
keywords, and students can write some keywords, and then they can, according to these words, they can write something. So that can
yes.
use also writing, I think.
Thus, we have so many vocabulary
Mhm.
and word cloud. And Storybird. Storybird is a Web 2 application for creating digital stories. It's a free application. It's another benefit applications, one of them.
Mhm.
We can use for writing,
Mhm.
right? Or reading. You can read my story, by the way, later.
Is this your story?
Yes.
I wondered. I will read it after the video.
Okay. And Kahoot, again, vocabulary learning
Yeah.
can use. Kahoot
Students,
is a tool for using
students like
technology.
it very much.
And teachers use it, by
Yeah.
the way. Kahoot is very popular.
Yeah.
We can use it. And that's it.
So I think that our time is up. I don't know.
Yes, yes.
So
Okay.
thank you for your ideas. Yeah. Do you want to?
I will make you host.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, I did.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was
Thank
a
you
good
so much
discussion.
too. Yes.
You're welcome.
See you next week.
Okay. See you later.
Thank
It's good
you.
to see you. Bye bye.
You too.